Welcome back to Yahoo Finance Live, everyone. It is time for Cut for Time. 3 stories to watch. We got 1 minute each, and we're going to put that minute on the clock. First and foremost, we got to kick things off with Uber. Bringing back shared rides. The ride-sharing company is restarting Uber Pool. The offering was previously paused because of safety concerns during the pandemic. Now, of course, just for a reminder of those who weren't perhaps Uber customers prior to the pandemic, this is basically a more discounted ride where there are other people who you don't know who are just showing up to your location, picking you up, and you don't know when they're going to get off. But this was extremely popular pre-pandemic. A lot of people opted in for these shared rides because of the lure of a cheaper fare.
Yes.
But I remember just not knowing how long it would take me to get somewhere at the end of the day.
Yes, you are definitely, your time is the reason you get the discount. We should mention, It's not called Uber Pool anymore.
No mas.
It's called Uber X Share.
Yes.
Is every ride in Uber X now? No, there are still Uber and Uber. I don't know. There's so many different offerings on the platform. It's a little confusing, to be honest, although the word share is relatively clear. This service really divided opinions amongst our staff as to whether they like to share. All right, number 2, a new report says that it is difficult for remote workers to build friendships and make serendipitous connections with coworkers. And the only solution might be to return back to the office. Employees who started a new job in March had fewer connections than peers at a similar point in their employment when people were all working in the office. I mean, this is a big old duh for me.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been this whole debate about whether to go back to office or not, and some companies saying workers can do whatever they want. But I've been saying this all along, like, being around people in person has value.
Yeah.
And it has value for companies that cannot be measured in productivity or the products you're making or whatever else. It's about those serendipitous moments.
Yeah, I threw my pen on the ground in frustration as a result of hearing and ultimately feeling like, yes, there is a duh factor to this. There's going to be more that you're able to take away from some of those in-person interactions. Some people may argue different ways to get to that. Do you have to all be going to the office in centrality, or can there be in the hybrid kind of environment that we have days of the week where you meet, like in a park or somewhere else, or have a happy hour?
You're going to get double buzz.
I got double buzz. Yeah. All right. Finally, Beyoncé, Queen Bee, we got to squeak this one in. Break My Soul. You might want to break out the CD player here. Beyoncé will release her newest album, Renaissance, on CD as well as through digital outlets. Okay, we should remind, July 29th is when the full album drops.
And the box set is going to be on CD, which is not unusual for artists to do that, although it's a little unusual. She's not doing vinyl, that it's going to be on CD instead.
I wish there was a vinyl, because between now and July 29th, you know how many DJs would pop in, pick up that vinyl? Of course, you'd have to be a purist DJ.
You can probably still get the single on vinyl, I suspect, for the DJ crowd.
Yes.
You called this up for me this morning, and we were listening to it in the studio before the show, the single that is out.
It's great.
The first voice you hear is that of Big Frida, who's a bounce artist from New Orleans.
You spotted that, yeah.
Big fan, and she's been on some of Beyonce's tracks before. But, I don't know, you're really more, you've got your finger on the pulse more than I.
I'm in the beehive, for sure.
Is this the song of the summer? Are we calling it?
Oh, done, yes, it is.
It wasn't hard.
It's not Drake, we know that.
Wow.
We know that.
Not too late for the buzz to get in a Drake dig. You gotta have the Drake diss track coming to us from Brad Smith today.
He's watching.